Hey everybody, Patty McCracken, living happy Denver, Colorado, and excited to be on this webinar with you today as we have an opportunity to go over a few things. And so first off, congratulations for those of you who were in Dallas, Texas. I know we had a tremendous Get Real event, next level now, going into the fall months and obviously into St. Louis, Missouri. And so what's really beautiful about kind of the location and the timing of where we all are right now is that we are really two 90-day runs away from St. Louis. And so I wanted to have this be live, but I'm human, and I messed up my scheduling. I forgot we have Desiree and I have a charity event to go to tonight. Totally spaced it. It was in my David Bird planner, but I did not read my David Bird planner, that one segment of it. So being very transparent on that one, but do want to get up this quick recording so you can watch it on your own. But we want to do a couple things here for the top level leadership for the group. Okay, and so that's what this video is really about. I did have a few things I wanted to share on this video as we move forward coming out of conference. And so the first couple that we're going to talk about here, we are going to lay out. And so obviously after Miriam University here tonight, we are talking about, the fall run, a fall forward, going through the fall. And so the party to promote scenario is something that we really wanted to kind of talk about and discuss. But to kind of help launch this, to kind of put fuel on the fire for this party to promote flyer that is in the back office, is a project that we're going to start, if you want to start, called Project Reset. And so I was looking to probably get this email out today or tomorrow on what we call Project Restart, and see who wants to be a part of Project Restart, probably by Sunday, and then we would kind of launch into it. And so the first thing on this webinar, what we were going to do, since we were all going to be together, was to kind of have a vote. Who wants to participate with Project Restart? And so what I really mean by Project Restart isn't anything other than exactly what it sounds, restarting people. And so obviously all of us on this organization and team had tremendous growth, through Rank Up Mania, just over the summer months, whatever it is. And so we all know people who had gotten started with us and never really launched. And so Project Restart really is that, and it is kind of finding a few people, that we maybe haven't talked to in a while, the lights maybe weren't on, to turn them on, and just to get a few more people that we don't know that want to participate, in the run, to relaunch, to get restarted, to have a new game plan, to have a new, look on Miriam. That's what Project Restart is all about. Okay. And so I'll kick out the email, probably actually to this group specifically first, and then we'll send it out to the team if you all like where we're going with this. But the next thing we want to talk about is the goal planning worksheet. And so I know I've talked about this before. I think we did a training on this for a group a while ago, for the team culture group, and haven't talked about it for a while. So wanted to bring that up right now because I know there's a lot of us that are running for that next rank, wanting to get to that next income bar, wanting to get to that next level of leadership and success. And so the goal planning worksheet is something that we want to bring to attention right now. So I'm going to share my screen here and pull this up if I can. I haven't used Zoom in a minute. So it's amazing what you lose when you don't use it. And actually that is a law of success. What you don't use, you lose. And so it's amazing how quickly you can forget about technology when you're not using it. So let me do this right now. And it is right here. So the goal planning worksheet, guys and gals, is a part of the David Bird system and planner. For those of you who haven't had a chance of getting that yet, because I know it is an investment into yourself, into your business, we can kick you out the goal planning worksheet that's blank, but basically you can kind of just create it on a notepad like this. But the goal planning worksheet, guys and gals, is a tremendous way to stay focused and to kind of write down things to be gained, things to be avoided, and some action steps of achieving our goal. And so as I started out the call with you today, we have two pretty much 90-day runs between now and St. Louis, Missouri in 2016. And from what I've gathered, from what I've seen, from what I've heard, we're going to have a tremendous 7 months. And more importantly, we're going to have an amazing several months coming out of St. Louis. I think we're going to have a lot of things in a row, a lot of things ready and lined up to have a huge 2016. And so goal planning worksheet is the perfect time to do this. Okay. And so I assume if you're watching this, you were at conference, and if you weren't at conference physically, you watched on the live stream. And it's still up from what I can see as a live stream. But this is the goal planning worksheet, okay? And so as you can see here, there is a couple things that you do want to take a look at. And we'll just run over this very, very quickly. And so today's date, you're going to want to put that in there, today's date. Final target date is what you would want to achieve and hit. And so I actually do have a 12/31/15 goal. So before New Year's Eve, or I guess as we bring in the new year of 2016, I do have a goal right now to achieve between now and then. And when you break it down on the calendar, it is about 90 days away. Okay, and so you may want to do two of these. You may want to do a goal planning worksheet for the next 90 days and then going into St. Louis, so you can kind of pace yourself and kind of benchmark yourself as you go through here. Also, you can do this for anything, whether it's, maybe fast start qualifying again this month. Maybe it's whether it's, bringing on 3 to 5 customers between now and the end of the month. You can set a goal planning worksheet for anything. Very, very powerful worksheet to do. And it really just, when you put pen to paper, something really does happen inside of your mind, and great things happen. So today's date, final target date of when you are going to achieve this, when you are going to achieve this by, and then the date achieved is when you actually achieve that date. So we're going to leave that date blank until you achieve this goal. Okay, so obviously the goal, and you want to put it in past tense. Past tense? I think, right? Is that past tense? I think it's past tense. I am so happy and grateful now that I have achieved 3-star national marketing director by December 31st, 2015. Okay, so that is kind of the how you phrase it. Okay, so I think that's past tense. Present tense. Thank you, Miss Amato, 4th grade teacher. Present tense. So I am so happy and blessed now that. So David Bird's example here, I feel wonderful sense of accomplishment after achieving the goal of being debt-free. Okay, and so whatever this is. Okay, so think about this. In the next 90 days, and our compensation plan, our incentive, we can follow a few benchmarks. Senior Director Lexus or Senior Director Audi is a 90-day benchmark and goal. And it doesn't matter if you've been with us for a year, 2 years, or 4 years, or 2 days. Roadmap to Lexus is a 90-day goal for anyone and everyone, whether you're getting started, whether you've been here for a while, whether you're restarting, relaunching, whatever it is, it's a 90-day goal. And so it could be a tremendous goal for those that want to get to their Lexus by the end of the year. So let's put that in there. So I feel so happy. I feel so grateful. I am so happy and grateful now that I have achieved Senior Director Lexus by 12/31/16. If 15, if you've already received Lexus, if you've already received something like that and you're looking for something else, just change the goal. Okay, but that's kind of what you're going to want to do. So present tense, I am is the most powerful statement in the world. I am are the 2 most powerful words, especially when you put other positive words on the end of that. So today's date, final target date, and date achieved, we will do when we achieve that date together. And then the benefits to be gained or the losses to be avoided kind of falls into this category. So benefits to be gained by going senior director, brand new car, safe car, reliable car, a car that will start when it's negative 20 degrees out, a car that will get you from point A to point B, a car that has better mileage, better gas, better this, better that, confidence, appreciation, abundance, benefits to be gained. Again, what would that do? Would that help you with your confidence? Would that help you with your outlook on where you are in the business? On where you are going forward? In my segment at Get Real, I talked about senior director and how amazing of an opportunity that really is. If you're earning $700 to $1,000 residually a month and getting a car bonus, what could that do for you? What could that pay off? What could that save up for? There's so many things that can be achieved when you're making that extra on top of your job, on top of your career, on top of your profession. And so this is a part-time thing for most people, 95% of people. And so setting that goal, benefits to be gained, what will be gained, prestige, whatever it is, okay? And then losses to be avoided, okay? So this would be, as you can see here, do not stress the family budget. Do not stress out the family. Do not miss, Sunday football with my friends. Do not miss, date night on Friday with my wife or boyfriend, girlfriend. Whatever it is. So losses to be avoided. There's certain things that you don't want to sacrifice. There's certain things you don't want to take out of this, okay? But we do know there will be sacrifices and there will be things that we do want to avoid. And this is where you write this down. So really get into this, really think about this, really get emotional. Go back to what Mark Smith talked about on that dream building exercise. He asked that woman that, what is her favorite song for a reason. You see, music puts things into perspective. It anchors in an emotion. How many of us right now can think of a time or when we hear a certain song, maybe it was our Sweet 16 song, maybe it was our first homecoming dance song, maybe it was our wedding song, maybe it was this or that. Maybe it was a song that was playing when we were in a very, 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 very emotional, very happy state. Can you remember a time when a song triggered an emotion, positive or negative? And if you can, that's why he asked for that music. So we want to put really big emotion. You want to feel good doing these goals, okay? So that is the most important thing when goal setting is feeling good. If you're not in a good place right now mentally, do some push-ups, do some jumping jacks. Motion creates emotion. So you want to set these goals in a live happy type of state, an energetic type of state, in an abundant type of state. Okay, so get those things down there, but do this really, really well. Write down the benefits to be gained and the losses to be avoided. Now, the next part of this whole goal planning worksheet is possible obstacles. Okay, so what could some obstacles be? Well, deadlines at work, school project, test, traveling. You got to go somewhere on vacation. Possible obstacles for achieving your goal. It could be procrastination. It could be lack of confidence. It could be, I don't think I can do this. I don't think I have enough people to talk to. I don't have any product. I don't have this or that. So possible obstacles. And obstacles are always things that we can just be avoided if we have a clear picture of what's to come. So having those expectations right. So these are great examples here. Possible solutions. Consistently hitting small monthly goals. And so if our goal was to hit senior director Lexus or Audi by December 31st, consistently, okay, so what are some possible solutions? Well, if I'm brand new here today, I want to be senior brand partner by the end of the month. I want to be director by the end of October, and I want to be running towards senior director through November and December. So some possible solutions, would be to start going to the gym 3 times a week, start meeting some people out and about, getting out of your house, maybe checking your email or doing some calls for Nerium, at the local coffee shop versus at home or your car or whatever. So just writing down some solutions to allow you to overcome the obstacles. If maybe one of the obstacles is your family, children, kids, parents, whatever it is, what are some solutions? Maybe if you're raising kids, maybe a solution could be, having your significant other, spouse, whatever, take the kids that one specific day. Maybe a solution could be, or an obstacle could be, not being able to hit Miriam University every week. Well, the solution could be, finding a babysitter or coming together or having a group over at a house where the kids are in one room and we're in the other. Okay, so just a couple ideas there. And then the specific action steps to achieving that goal, is really kind of this. And so obviously specific action steps or some high payoff activities would be exposing 2 people a day, reading my 10 pages of a good book, kind of all the 10 core commitments. But real specific action steps would be this. For senior director, it would be, writing this out, hitting senior brand partner by this date, having 2 senior brand partners on the team and 2 separate legs by this date. Hitting director, hitting director, 9,000 in volume by this date. Things can happen. It's like the law of popcorn. Okay, we put a bag of popcorn in the microwave. We hit the timer. It is a law that the popcorn will pop. The kernels will happen. And so those first 45 to 60 seconds, you may not hear anything, and then you're going to hear a pop, and then a pop, and then a pop, pop. And then a pop, 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 right? And then it just explodes. That's what happens in our business. It's called momentum. So specific action steps would be to hit, certain things, and so I need to be bringing on a few customers. I need to be bringing on a few new brand partners. At the end of the day, we're always looking to develop and grow new leaders, and so specific action steps, have 3 to 5 new recruits on my team, personally enrolled and sponsored by, November 30th. Would be a tremendous, tremendous action step. Might need to be 5 to 7. All of our organizations and teams are different. So just writing these things down. Okay, getting into action, specific action steps for acquiring Lexus. Well, we know that there is a ratio. We need 15 to 20 plus real results parties going on a monthly basis. And so that's where this sheet comes into play. Okay, so that's what I really wanted to talk about here tonight is this specific thing, Project Restart. And so who we want to be in there with us with Project Restart. And then obviously our goal planning worksheet here that you can write on your piece of paper, on a blank piece of paper if you don't have the David Bird calendar or system yet. And then really talking about promoting the party promoting. So kind of in wrapping up here, there's a bottom of this sheet. Let me hit this very quickly. Can't forget the affirmation segment here. And so affirmations to support this goal. I am a happy and abundant Lexus earner with Miriam International. I am a self-motivated, passionate, inspirational person. I am driving the car of my dreams. Go to the dealership, go print out a picture of the car, go print out a picture of the steering wheel, put this stuff everywhere, you guys. Affirmations, auto-suggestion is the end all be all. I'd love to show you. Let me show you something. Hold on one second. Hold on. Okay. Let me stop this really quick for 1 second here. Stop share. I think you do this. Okay. So I made my dream board. I have actually signed on the back of something else here. Okay. But I got a few opportunities to talk to some people after presenting, right, at Get Real. And I had a lot of fun up there. I was pretty confident up there. I felt good. And I think it all came down to just being prepared and also experience, doing it over and over and over and over and over and over again. But prior to hitting that stage, prior to walking out there, prior to kind of going through my normal rituals and routines that I do every time I hit that stage, I had this on my dream board, you guys. Do you see this? You see that one right there? Tell your story. Do you see that guy looking out on the audience and the crowd? That's him in an auditorium, okay? That's him talking to 20,000 people. Also right here, $1 million speaker. Auto-suggestion, dream boards, cut out stuff, and so if, again, goal is Lexus, if it's executive, reach higher. If your goal is executive or regional by December 31st or by conference, some action steps is, well, I need to have 3 to 5 senior directors on my team. So just write this stuff down. And again, I will go over this with you one-on-one if need be. Happy to do this game plan, but just had to get this out here as I, again, overbooked myself. So let me go back to screen sharing here, and then we're going to wrap this bad boy up. But achievement planner, I am going to put this on our team page as well. But affirmations, I am tremendous. I'm abundant. I am a great speaker. I am great at talking to people. I love making new friends. I am positive, outgoing, sharp, present, fun. Whatever it is, I am. Okay, so write down your affirmations, and then here it is, the visualization. Get some pictures. Write down what you wish to do. Okay, so that is the goal planning worksheet. Again, I will put these notes on the page that you were invited on by. I do apologize for not being able to be live. I really did want to be that, but I messed up. So it is what it is. So hopefully this video gets out to you and you can watch it on your own. But this is really what we want to do, is get back to the basics. And so in wrapping up here, a few things that I took away from conference is this. We're obviously in the right place at the right time. I've been with Miriam International for almost 4 years, and to be able to see what has happened, to be able to see the fruition of our company coming together, and how Jeff Olson closed out the event was root systems going down. Then you fill your tree with the leaves of customers. That's what we do. And all of that has come to fruition. It's all come to be true, with what he is saying, and the number proves it. $1 billion in 4 years. Inc. magazine, a #1 consumer product. 12th fastest privately held company. All those things, all those accolades, all those endorsements. So obviously we're in the right place. Second thing I learned specifically is getting back to the basics. When I got started in Miriam International, when a lot of us got started, and we're lightning struck, Springfield, Missouri, Seattle, Washington, Ventura County, Louisville, Indianapolis, Kansas City. There's so many areas, Nashville, Tennessee. There's so many areas of the country that it absolutely exploded. Right now, South Korea. It's a tremendous way of looking at this. But here's what South Korea doesn't have right now. They don't have a lot of market parties, but they have a lot of real results parties. Okay, so real results parties, guys and gals, are the end all be all. And we can have fun with this, and so we will obviously be working on this and tracking this. But at the end of the day, we have two opportunities to run into the end of the year, and then coming out at the end of the year into St. Louis. Many of you, most of you that are going to be watching this clip are within a few hours of driving into St. Louis. And so it's preparing for it now. Where would your team dinner be when you have 100 people on your team? Where are you going to stay? What are you going to do? What can we do prior to the white party? I mean, just start thinking about some of this stuff. Start getting kind of creative with some of this stuff. Okay, so RRPs are the end all be all. Product prospecting, we know what to do there. And then obviously just getting back to the real results party system. And so the one thing I can share with you, if you're in a great market that has a tremendous market party, you're fortunate. That's great. I live in an area that has a tremendous market party, but real results parties build the market party. It's always been done that way. RRPs build the market party. There is no other way of doing it. If you look at a market party, it's only on for business 52 weeks of the year, but yet you can have a real results party, hypothetically 365 days a year, right? Minus some holidays and things, but you get the point. And so that's kind of how we build. That's how we grow. So to wrap this bad boy up, Project Restart. Who's in on this? You see, we're going to have to, I'm going to send out an email, and we're probably going to have, 10, 15, 20 people that we haven't heard from in a long time say, I'm in, I'm interested. And so for those of you who that might be under you, we might be doing some of these calls together. Okay, so wanted to kind of get some buy-in on Project Restart before I send out that email and just kind of get on the same page. And so I have to fly to San Diego, Mexico, or San Diego, then Tijuana this week, but we'll be back Sunday or Saturday night, then Sunday. So we will start launching, in every other call like I used to do in the fall months. It's much easier to do when it's cold out because people don't want to get outside. So that's kind of why I stopped it during the summer months. But we're going to do some really great things as an organization and as a team. I can't wait to be doing more of these Zooms. And so for those of you who have good clusters of people, whether it's 5 or 6 people, a little mastermind, we can start doing Zoom calls together where we can all be training together. Okay, and so we'll all be on the same page. We'll be able to see each other's faces. And so that'll be cool. The goal planning worksheet is something that I will upload so you can copy it and see more examples of it. And going forward, that's kind of what we're doing here, okay? So I'm excited to share this with you all and go forward. So I'll upload all this and go from there. So hope you guys had a great Monday. Hope you had a safe flight back from Dallas, Texas. And it's going to be an exciting fall, exciting several few months. So take care, dream big, and live happy. Bye, everybody.